Have you ever had that strange feeling of déjà vu, where a new situation feels uncannily familiar? Or maybe you've had a gut feeling about something, a hunch that turned out to be spot on. It almost feels like your brain has a secret crystal ball, doesn't it? Well, what if I told you that in a way it does? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating science of whether your brain can actually predict the future. Now, before you start picturing yourself as a full-blown psychic, let's be clear. We're not talking about knowing next week's lottery numbers. But your brain is a master prediction machine, constantly working to anticipate what's coming next. It's not magic. It's a fundamental part of how we perceive the world and navigate our lives. Think about it. When you catch a ball, you're not reacting to where it is, you're reacting to where you predict it's going to be. When you listen to me speak, your brain is already anticipating the end of my sentences. This predictive power is happening every single second, mostly without you even noticing. It's what makes our world feel stable and understandable. Without it, every moment would be a chaotic surprise. So, how does it do this? The secret lies in a concept known as the Bayesian brain. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. Imagine your brain as a detective. It starts with a hypothesis, or a prior belief, based on all your past experiences and knowledge. Then, as it gathers new evidence through your senses, what you see, hear, and feel, it constantly updates that belief. For example, if you see dark clouds gathering, your past experience tells you it's likely to rain. That's your prior belief. If you then feel a drop of water, your brain updates its prediction with a much higher certainty. Yep, it's definitely raining. This continuous cycle of predicting, sensing, and updating is what allows you to make sense of the world and prepare for what's next. It's a survival mechanism honed over millions of years of evolution. One of the most incredible examples of this is the role of dopamine. We often think of dopamine as the pleasure chemical, but neuroscientists now understand it's more of a learning chemical. It's released not when you get a reward, but when the reward is better than you predicted. This is called a prediction error. If you expect to get $5 and you get 10, you get a rush of dopamine. This teaches your brain to adjust its future expectations. Conversely, if you get less than you expected, dopamine levels drop, signaling your brain to revise its predictions downward. This system is constantly fine-tuning your internal model of the world, making your future predictions more and more accurate over time. It's how we learn from our mistakes and successes. This predictive processing is happening all over your brain. Your motor cortex predicts the sensory feedback of your movements before you even make them. That's why you can't tickle yourself. Your brain has already predicted the sensation, so it cancels out the element of surprise. Your auditory cortex predicts the next note in a melody, which is why a wrong note sounds so jarring. It violates your brain's prediction. Even your visual system is predictive. It doesn't just passively receive images like a camera. Instead, it predicts what you're going to see and only pays close attention to the things that do unmatch its prediction. This is incredibly efficient. It means your brain doesn't have to process every single detail of a familiar scene. It can focus its resources on what's new and unexpected. So what about those powerful gut feelings or intuition? Are they just random guesses? Science suggests they're much more than that. Intuition is essentially your brain's predictive system working on a subconscious level. After years of experience in a particular area, whether it's being a firefighter, a stock trader, or a parent, your brain builds up a massive complex network of patterns. When you encounter a new situation, your brain rapidly matches it against this vast internal database. It runs countless simulations in the background, all happening too fast for your conscious mind to track. The result isn't a detailed, logical analysis, but a holistic feeling, a gut instinct that says, this is right or something is off here. It's your brain's prediction, delivered as a feeling rather than a thought. It's the expert's shortcut. Let's talk about dreams for a moment. Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt prophetic? While dreams aren't literally showing you the future, some researchers believe they play a role in our predictive abilities. One theory is that dreams are a kind of virtual reality simulator. During sleep, your brain replays experiences from the day and combines them in new and unusual ways. This might be a way for your brain to explore potential future scenarios and practice its responses in a safe environment. It's like running disaster drills for your life. By simulating different outcomes, your brain may be better prepared to handle similar situations if they arise in the real world, reinforcing its predictive models. But can we get better at this? Can we train our brains to be better predictors? The answer is a resounding yes. The key is something called metacognition, or thinking about your thinking. By consciously paying attention to your predictions and their outcomes, you can help your brain learn faster. Keep a journal. When you have a strong gut feeling, write it down. Note what you predicted and why. Later, review whether you are right or wrong. This isn't about proving you're psychic. It's about providing your brain with clear feedback. This practice helps you distinguish between anxiety-driven fears and genuine, pattern-based intuition. The more you expose yourself to new experiences and actively learn from them, the richer your brain's database becomes, and the more accurate its predictions will be. It's also crucial to manage your information diet. The quality of your brain's predictions depends entirely on the quality of the data it receives. If you're constantly consuming sensationalized, fear-based news, your brain will build a model of the world that is anxious and pessimistic, and it will start predicting negative outcomes everywhere. On the other hand, if you expose yourself to diverse perspectives, learn new skills, and engage with complex problems, you provide your brain with the high-quality data it needs to make nuanced and accurate predictions about the world and the people in it. So, while your brain can't predict the exact future, it's a profoundly proactive and forward-looking organ. It has constantly building and refining a model of the world to anticipate what is coming next, from the next word in this sentence to the outcome of a complex life decision. This predictive ability is at the very core of our intelligence, our creativity, and our ability to navigate the complexities of life. It's what allows us to set goals, make plans, and shape our own futures. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something our brains are actively trying to bring into focus. The real magic isn't in seeing the future, but in having a brain that is powerful enough to help us create it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the mind. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our brain. Let me know in the comments, what is the strongest gut feeling you've ever had that turned out to be true? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, stay curious.